Good morning, kids. Good morning, Akshat, Rachit.
Good morning, ma'am.
Many congratulations to Akshat Narayan. 3 cheers for you.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Akshat. Akshat, can you please do
I
me?
just came in.
Can you please
Yes, ma'am.
put the pictures of the chapter?
Ma'am, like which chapter? Chapter 7 photos?
Yeah, the one which we were doing, right? History one.
Ma'am, so what should I do about that?
Can
I
you please
should tell.
take the pictures from the book and send them to me? Either you can make a PDF or send them to me, or you can simply send the
Okay, ma'am. No
photographs.
worries.
Thank
Will
you
be
so
done.
much.
I will send the photos.
Thank you.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Iram. Let everyone join, right? That's still 2 minutes.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Nehit. How are you?
Ma'am, fine. How are you?
Good, good. So, guys, did you enjoy your winter break?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Happy that the online classes started? Are you happy with it?
Yes and no, both.
Yes and no, both. Why? Why so?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Mudit. How are you?
I'm fine.
Tell me, Nehit, why no?
Because I want a break.
You still want a
I
break?
want
You've got such a long break, you still need a break.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning, Noel. How are you? How have you been?
Ma'am, you have to do September 7 and history.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. How have you all been? Everybody is good?
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Enjoying
Yes,
the
ma'am.
winters?
Kinda, ma'am. Kind of.
Kind of. Isn't it way too cold? Way too cold?
Ma'am, it has to be after being way too hot.
Yeah, that's also true. Chalo. So let us begin with a chapter. We were doing the rise of new questions and ideas, in which we have read about
Actually, I
yes,
have done everything. Like I have done the question answers, not the question answers, but the where
exercises.
were we? I was absent. I was absent. I have also read the chapter once, but I was absent. So where were we?
That's what I was about to come to. We have done the Upanishads. We have read about the Upanishads. Then we read about Jainism and Buddhism. Did we, Nihit?
Ma'am, we are on Buddhism actually. We have done till the age. You have told the age
Yeah, we have
of
done till split in Jainism, Buddhism. We also read about Gautam Buddha. Then we have to
So,
study.
ma'am, we
also.
have to start today split in Jainism.
No, that we have done. I think we have to begin with the teachings of Buddha, right?
Buddhism.
yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you,
Okay.
ma'am.
Ma'am, please tell. Ma'am, can you tell the page number? I am unable to
Actually,
find.
can you please send me that page again? The teachings of Buddha. It's not clear.
So, ma'am, which page?
This one, the teachings of the Buddha one.
Okay, ma'am. Teaching of Buddha or principles of Buddhism. Okay, ma'am. Just sending.
Beta, it's not visible in my the photo which I have.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Many of the pages are not clear, Akshat.
Okay, ma'am. So what pages? Like,
Just a minute. So let's
I think
begin.
only one page might not be clear because it's on the other side.
One more is not clear. I'll tell you whenever I'll come on that. Chalo.
Ma'am,
Yes.
Okay, ma'am.
ma'am, my
I
geography
might
copy
know
is
what
lost.
is
Ma'am,
there.
can I do photocopy of that continent chapter?
Yes, you can.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, kids. So, as you know, the teachings of Buddha or principles of Buddhism, let's revise a little bit about Buddhism. We know that Buddhism was a religion which was started by whom?
Ashoka.
Gautam Buddha. Gautam Buddha.
Who said
Gautam
Ashoka?
Buddha.
Samar? Is everything okay? It's Gautam Buddha. Ashoka helped in the spread of Buddhism, right? It Nihit beta, क्या हो गया? Nihit?
No.
Are you there, Nihit? Okay, your video is paused. Yeah, your video was paused. So yeah, Buddhism was started by Gautam Buddha, right? And then we read about Gautam Buddha as well, that how he left his princely life, right, to attain salvation, right? And he got salvation where? Under which tree? Under people tree at
Bodh Gaya in Bihar.
very good, at Bodh Gaya in Bihar. And he gave his first sermon in or at
Sarnath.
very
Sarnath.
right. So now we have to talk about the teachings of Buddha or the principles of Buddhism. So as we know that Mahatma Buddha's teachings are compiled in three pitakas known as Tripikatas. क्या बोलते हैं उनको? Tripitakas, right? These are the basically the books kind of in which his teachings are compiled. These are
Ma'am, we have done Buddhism like that. The short paragraph about Buddhism.
yes,
Bit
that
long,
we have
half
done.
page.
So
Okay, ma'am.
these are Vinay Pitaka, Dharma Sutta Pitaka, right? And Abhidharma Pitaka, right? His teachings, yes, his teachings can be studied as under, right? First, he told us about the four truths of life. The essence of Buddhism lies in the four noble truths, right? He told us that the life is about these four truths. These four truths of life we must accept, which are dukh. That is the truth of suffering. He said there's suffering in life, right? And suffering is about to come. You cannot stop it, right? It will come. Then samudaya, which means the truth of the origin of suffering. कि हमें पता चाहिए that from where the suffering is coming up. ये originate कहाँ से होती है, right? Then Nirodha, the truth of end of suffering, right? If something begins, it has an end too, right? So if the suffering originates, it has to end as well. So nobody's suffering is gonna stay forever. If you're suffering now, tomorrow your suffering is gonna end sooner or later, but you have to work for it. Then Maga, the truth of the path to the end of suffering, right? You have to walk on that path. You have to do some efforts. It will not end on its own, right? If somebody is poor today, how can he come out of the suffering of being poor?
Ma'am,
Yes.
You should do job.
he will come out by starting some business like selling fruits or on the roads, or when the after some time his business will grow up, then he can have a
Simple as that. He has to do some efforts. He has to put efforts in that. He has to either study, if he's of that age, or start a job, or to take up a business, or to take up a job or start a business, whatever is not feasible for him, but he has to walk on that path, right? His suffering will not end on its own. So, Gautam Buddha believed that this world is full of misery and sorrow. There's a lot of misery and sorrow in the world, and the cause of misery and sorrow is desire. What is the meaning of desire?
jealousy.
No, not jealousy.
Ma'am, to want something.
Yes, desire to want something. Nowadays people are having too many desires. I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. That is why we get dukh, right? If you have gone to the market with your parents, right? You went to the mall, your parents bought you one thing, then also you won't be satisfied. You'll be like, oh my God, you didn't get buy me that, right? If you have bought one thing, then you desire for another, right? So this desire is the main reason for dukh, because इंसान की इच्छाएं इतनी बढ़ती जा रही हैं कि उन्हें पूरी ना हो पाने की वजह से लोग दुखी होते, right? Desire often, and the cause of misery and sorrow is a desire, and desire often cannot be fulfilled. There are a lot of times when the desires are not fulfilled. So do you guys have any desires? Anyone here who's having any desire? No desires. You sure?
Yeah, ma'am. No desires.
You don't have the desire to top the class?
No desire.
Not desire. Huh?
Not currently, ma'am. Not currently, and no desire any currently. Like I don't
Would
have
you
any
want to
desire.
do
currently.
well in the
Ma'am, no desire. Happy with my life.
Only one
Really?
desire. Ma'am, only one desire.
what?
Ma'am, doing well in the exams.
And today I'm
Only
going to
that is
call
the
each one
desire.
of your parents. I'll call up your parents and I'll tell them that, dear parents, you need to be very happy and satisfied that from now onwards, if your kids ask for anything, just say no, because you don't have any desire, right? Sure, no, you're not going to tell your mother,
Ma'am, how
go
can you
to
call
Maggie
48
today,
students?
let me buy this thing,
Ma'am,
let
how
me buy
can you
that
call
thing.
48 students? How can you call 48 students?
No, I'll broadcast a message, no? Right? Is it
Okay, ma'am.
sure? Nobody's having any desire?
Ma'am, not
No,
now.
No, ma'am.
Not
Right now.
currently.
Abhi after the
Ma'am,
class,
everybody has desire, but they are made in the market, not in the home.
what?
Ma'am, everybody has a desire, but currently they are having the things that they need, and when they go to the market, then the desires are made.
Right. That's what it is, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Everybody
Yes.
is having desire. Nobody is living without desire. Right? As soon as you see something very interesting online, Mama, shall we buy it? Shall we buy it? Shall we order this? Shall we order that? That's what desire is, right? So desires often cannot be fulfilled even if we get what we want. हमें जो मिल जाता है जो हमें चाहिए, then also we are not satisfied and we want even more things, right? For example, if a children has scored 90 marks, he's not scored with those 90 marks. He's not satisfied with those 90 marks. He wants full 100. He wants to achieve 100, right? If your parents have bought you one pair of denims and jackets, you're not happy with that. You'll be like, oh, what? No, I need one more. Okay. So that's what he's saying. Buddha termed it as thrust or tanha, that we always desire to have more and more, right? Buddha advised his followers to follow the noble eightfold path, right? Now, how can we overcome this dukkha, right? This problems, this desires. So he said, if you want to walk on the path, right path, then follow this eightfold paths, right? So it's also known as the middle path or the moderation in everything to destroy the desire. अपनी desire को destroy करने के लिए you should be happy to have everything in moderation, right? कहते हैं ना excess of everything is bad, so excess of desire is bad as well. Have desires but moderate, मतलब neither too much not too less. Okay, so he said control your thoughts. अपने थॉट्स पे कंट्रोल रखना सीखिए कि जैसे आप पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं क्लास में और आप मेंटली तो फिजिकली तो क्लास में प्रेजेंट है बट मेंटली आप है ही नहीं. सो यू शुड बी हैविंग द पावर टू कंट्रोल योर थॉट्स दैट व्हेन यू आर somewhere your whole attention should be there, unlike Nihit. कहाँ बिजी हो बेटा?
Ma'am, I'm seeing the book actually.
Okay.
The book.
Okay, right. So then he says practice meditation. And children, this is my personal advice to you people, that there is no better medicine, no better thing than yoga, meditation. It's the best way to improve your concentration level, your thinking skills, right? To keep your body fit. One must meditate for at least 5 minutes every day. It's gonna help you a lot. You'll see the difference, and then years later, you may thank me as well that ma'am suggested us something really good. Okay, it helps us to keep our mind in place, right? And it's really very good. Then he said, say nothing to hurt others. Never let anything come out of your mouth which is gonna hurt the other person. ऐसा कुछ भी मत बोलो जिससे किसी और को hurt हो, somebody is unhappy, getting unhappy with it. So never say such things. Never say any bad words to your classmates as well. ठीक है? Never say anything that you have to go and complain to a teacher that he said this to me, he said that to me. No. It should never be there. Okay? Got it?
Yes.
Then know the truth. Know the truth behind things, and what is happening and why is it happening, right? So if we are doing something, we should know what is why do we do it, why is it done, why that's done. Resist evil. कोई भी evil चीज नहीं करनी. A lot of evil things will come in front of you. You may get offers to do them, but never do it. If your friend is teasing another classmate, what should you do? Are you gonna join him for that?
No, ma'am.
No. You should resist it. Even you should correct him as well. Then don't do it. That's not right. Free your mind of evil. अपने mind में भी कुछ गलत किसी के लिए मत रखो. Never think bad of anyone, for anyone, right? जब आप कुछ गलत सोचोगे ही नहीं तो बोलोगे भी नहीं, right? Work for the good of others. Always try to help the humans in whichever way possible. हमेशा ऐसा काम करो जिससे कि दूसरों के लिए भी अच्छा हो, right? अब मैंने आपसे कहा कि अच्छा काम करो, कुछ काम कर, उसका मतलब ये थोड़ी किडनैपिंग करना शुरू कर दो, right?
Ma'am,
So work for the good of
direct
others.
kidnapping.
Do something good which is gonna help others, right? Okay. Then respect life. I have seen people always complaining about life. Yeah, this is not right, that is not life. Why have I got this life? I wish I could have been this, I wish I could have been that. No, don't say that. Respect whatever you have got. Be thankful to God every day, right? We always pray to God every day. We always wish He give me this, give me that. Learn to thank Him as well. जो कुछ आपको मिला उसके लिए thankful भी तो हो, right? We are way better than others, right? In such a cold winter, we all are sitting in the comfort of our houses, and then there are people, right, who are suffering, shivering in the cold, who don't even have a blanket to cover themselves, right? So we must thank ourselves for whatever we have. Got it?
Yes, ma'am. And I had a doubt about the noble eightfold path. Like the fourth point, know the truth. So this eightfold path was used to destroy desire, was followed to destroy desire. But know the truth, you are desiring to know the truth, right?
No, it's desire means having when you're not desiring. It's like read the
We want to know the
religious
truth.
text, know
It's
the
our
truth.
necessity.
No, it's not like you. This desire is not gonna hurt anyone, and it's not gonna trouble you. This desire is gonna keep facts in front of you, and this is gonna help you to go through life. जिंदगी का सच पता होना बहुत जरूरी है जिंदगी को जीने के लिए, right? Like यहाँ पे जो know the
Yes.
truth की बात होती है, it's about reading a lot of books, reading a lot of text, and know what is happening in the world and why is it happening. So that is not a desire, right? That is like just like we need to eat food. Eating food is not a desire. We need to do, right, in order to survive. Similarly, in order to get to know life, we need to know the truth as well. Okay? Is it clear?
Okay.
Chali.
Yes, ma'am.
Next is he gave a message of yes, Nihit.
Ma'am, like Ashoka was a follower of Buddhism. Ma'am, he had also a desire.
Which desire?
Ma'am, of promoting Buddhism.
This
He
was not
want
again
to.
desire. He would be having desire if he would be having the desire to conquer other regions. But do you know that he was the only and only king who gave up war?
Yes, ma'am.
He was the
Every
only
other
one
king
who
died.
gave up his desire,
Died of
right? Yeah, he was not forcing people to join Buddhism. Okay, लोगों को force कर रहा था? No, he was just
ma'am.
spreading
He
it,
was just
right?
asking them, do you want to accept Buddhism?
Or not, right? He did not force it on anyone. He just spread his dhamma so that people should get to know the truth. He was spreading the truth, right? It was not his desire. Okay.
Okay.
Anything else? Chalo, let's read the next point.
Ma'am, ma'am, my voice is coming.
Yes. Let you have paused. Let your voice is not coming better. Chalo, I'll read only. So here he gave a message of non-violence, pity, and love for all creatures. Right? In Buddhism, they were like, we should not do violence of any kind to any living being, whether it's an animal or a human. Right? Pity and love for all. You should love all others, have pity for the ones who do not have the things that you have. Right? And he held that man should love all the living creatures. हमें सारे living creatures को love और respect देनी चाहिए. ऐसा नहीं है कि रोड पे एक dog जा रहा है तो हम उसको पत्थर मार रहे हैं. You know what happened? Yesterday I was coming back from somewhere. So I saw two type of people on the same road. Right? I had to ask for direction. It was, I think, a rickshaw wala. I asked for a direction and he was so sweet, so sweet. He told me direction. He joined his hands like it's that way. And I felt really good. And I also joined my hands and thanked him. That, thank you so much, Bhaiya. And I was just telling the co-passenger who was there with me that, wow, such a sweet person he is. What kind of good people we have. And then as we walked forward, there was a man coming and there was a dog passing by. The dog didn't do anything. The dog was just passing by, and that man, out of nowhere, hit that dog with his leg. It's like, what is this?
Ma'am, some of the people do.
Yeah.
They used to do not even stand the street dog in front of them. They just
I was
make
like,
them run away.
Abhi, just a minute ago, I met such a nice human being. This is what it shows. The world is full of a lot of like very different creatures. There's one person who's just being so sweet and he's helping others out. And there's one person who's out of nowhere hurting another living being, जो उसको कुछ कर भी नहीं रहा, right? So there are different types of people, but we need to choose which one do we need to become, right? So he said we don't need to hurt any living creatures. Then Buddha believed that the results of our karmas means
Ma'am, the things that we have done in our
Actions.
our
good
action.
things or bad
Our
things.
karma means our action. Whatever we are doing is our karma, right? If we are being good to others, right? It's a karma. And earlier, no, आपने सुना होगा ना पहले के जमाने में लोग बोलते थे अभी तुम अच्छा करोगे ना next life में you'll be this, next life में you'll be that, right? You'll get your payback in the next life. ऐसे बोलते हैं ना अगले जन्म में ऐसा होगा वैसा होगा if you'll
Yes,
not be good
ma'am.
to others.
And they say
But
that if you do bad work, you will be a dog or an animal, and
Ma'am,
if good
shrap.
work, then you will be human again.
not shrap, not shrap. They used to say it's your karma which you gets back, right? जैसा आप आज करोगे next life में लोग वैसा आपके साथ करेंगे. But now it's not. Now, as we are living in a very fast forward time, so even God has mended its ways, right? So God was like, I cannot keep such an account for so long. मैं आपकी next life तक account नहीं रख सकता. So He pays your karma in this life only. Whatever you'll do, you'll get the same. If you'll be nice to others, others will be nice to you. If you'll not be nice, if you do something bad, then bad things will come to you as well. So that is what karma is. Right? He believed that the results of our karma, whether good or bad, affects us in both this life and in the next. So he's like, yes, and he said next life may yoga. No. You will get your karma, result of your karma in this life as well. If you'll do good to others right now. For example, let's talk about the grandparents, right? You might be having grandparents, a lot of you, some of you will not be having right now. But if you'll be nice to your parents and grandparents today, अगर आप आज अपने parents और grandparents से अच्छा treat करोगे, then will you be a grandparent someday or not? You will also be, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? You will also gonna be a parent. So if you will treat your parents and grandparents rightly, then only you will be treated nicely by your own children, right? That's how we get paid back for the karma, right? Am I correct? Right? Then Buddha believed that then, according to Buddha, nirvana is the ultimate objective of human life. Everybody wants nirvana. Okay. So Buddha refused to recognize the importance of Vedic rituals and superiority of the Brahmins, right? As we know, from someone's house, a lot of noise is coming. Please mute yourself. I think it's Aditya Kumar. Yeah. So Buddha was like, he did not, as you know, in Buddhism, everybody was treated equally. And as we have already read in Vedic society, people were divided into different caste groups, right? So, first of all, the Buddha said, we do not need to do such expensive, such elaborate rituals in order to please God, right? Secondly, he's like that no, one class should not be giving any superiority. No, they should not be treated as superior to others. We all are equal, we all are human beings. So he did not believe in any of these two. Then,
And ma'am, in the seventh point, may I explain the seventh point?
yes,
I think I just had like when he says in the last sentence I have read out, instead of simply accepting what he said. So this means I think what he said, I am not able to understand what he said. Like what the world says, the higher caste, or what Buddha says.
sorry, I didn't get you.
Like in the last sentence, he encouraged the common masses to think for themselves instead of simply accepting what he said. So what he said, he means that what Buddha said or what the higher caste say.
What the
Akshat
Buddha
Buddha.
said, Buddha, what Buddha said. He's like, he did
So
not
I
tell
think he
people
wants
to
clarity.
follow, to accept whatever he's saying blindly. He's like, no, you see to yourself, right? आप खुद experience करो, खुद देखो, and then he is not asking people to just believe him blindly. No, he did not want that, right?
So ma'am, I think he wanted clarity from his people.
Yeah, he wanted the people to have clarity. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Hmm. Hmm. Chalo. So have you, like, I think we have covered all the teachings. Is it clear, everyone? Just
Yes,
go through
yes,
it
ma'am.
once again and please let me know if you have any sort of doubt.
No, ma'am.
Sure?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So as we can see, the teachings of Mahatma Buddha was based on moral values, love, and logic. Right? Now let's talk about the spread of Buddhism. Chalo, who will read? Someone read.
And spread of Buddhism.
Yes.
Spread of Buddhism. In course of time, Buddhism spread in India and abroad as well. Besides India, it came to be a popular religion in many other countries like China, Sri Lanka, Japan, Burma, Thailand, Java, Cambodia, Tibet, and Indonesia. Causes
Right.
of the rapid
Stop for a minute. So, as you know, that Buddhism is not only very well spread in India. Apart from India, it spread in the other parts, other countries as well. And the names of some such countries are Sri Lanka, China, Japan, Burma, Thailand, Java, Cambodia, etc. Yes.
Ma'am, why the Buddhism has not spread in the from where the Buddhism was originated? Which
In India.
ma'am, like how it spread in different countries?
Ares,
How
did
it
you read in that chapter of Ashoka that Ashoka sent his what was the name of Dhamma Mahatmas? Right, he sent his Dhamma Mahatmas to different part of the different countries to spread the idea of Buddhism. That's how it's
ma'am, this means that this all is because of Dhamma Mahamattas. These all countries
very
spreading.
much. Many of it is because of
Ma'am, actually, there were three more, I think. Yes, three more. Egypt, Syria, and Greece.
Greece is
that's why
Greece it is
Yes,
not.
Greece.
extra. Now though it
I
is there
think
in
so,
many
Greece.
parts, many other parts of the world as well, not only restricted to these countries.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, Greece it is not. In that time, it was Greek mythology in there. Zoroaster.
Zoroaster. Zoroastrianism.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Hmm.
Ma'am, how Gautam Buddha get this idea to build a religion?
He did not get this idea to build a religion. That is what not he wanted to. He once saw an old man, a dead body, right? And a person suffering from something. So he saw that and he felt really bad that
Ma'am?
why have I got all these benefits, facilities when the others are suffering? That's why he left his princely life and he went to roam in the jungles where he meditated and all and all. So after around 30 years of after 10 to 15 years of roaming in the jungles and all and meditating for a long while, he attained salvation. He got to know the real truth of life. And then when he realized that now he has got to know the truth, he started spreading it and sharing it with others. Clear?
So, ma'am, how it built to a religion? How it became a religion?
See, if somebody spreads his teaching and people started accepting that, they started believing that person who's giving us teaching as the Lord. Right? That's how it became a religion. People started
Excuse me, ma'am.
following it.
Ma'am, I have heard about a person who, I think it was Gautam Buddha only, who was doing meditation in the jungle, and he was doing the meditation for a long time. That the plants were also grown in his or his body. Body. Yes, ma'am.
Chalo.
Ma'am, I've heard about this. I think Gautam Buddha
Now
only.
let's read about the causes of the rapid spread of Buddhism. That why did Buddhism
Excuse me,
spread?
ma'am. Before we start, I just wanted to say that it was Egypt, Syria, and Greece as well. Because in the chapter 8, you can see I remembered, so I checked again. Ashoka sent messengers to other countries like Syria, Egypt, Greece, and Sri Lanka in order to spread
He
ideas.
just sent messengers, not spread.
And then these messengers only went there to spread his message.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah. Chalo. Now let's read about the cause of the rapid spread of Buddhism. इतनी जल्दी से इतनी तेजी से Buddhism spread कैसे हुआ? Right?
Ma'am, may I read?
Read.
The magnetic personality of Mahatma Buddha influenced the king and the popular equally. The common masses needed a simple, practical religion, which they found in Buddhism. Third, the teaching of Buddhism were very simple. Hence, people started embracing it in a large number. Fourth, the Buddhism was purged in Pali, the
Read.
spoken language of the masses. Five. Okay, Peach. Five. There was no room for casteism in Buddhism. Hence, the so-called low castes people come under it fold in large number. We come to know from a Buddhist text that just as the water of rivers lose their names and sparkness when they flow into the colossal sea. Similarly, Varna, ranks, and family lose their identity when people come under the fold of Buddhism. Sixth, Buddhism is a highly elastic faith. It could adapt itself easily to the need of all countries. Seven, the king like Ashoka, Kanishka, Malinda, and Harsha extended royal patronage to Buddhism. Thus, it became prominent religion not for only of Indian but of the world.
Chalo. So as he has told us that the magnetic personality of Mahatma Buddha means the king and their pauper equally. Pauper refers to the subjects of the king. So बुद्धा की personality इतनी magnetic, इतनी magnificent, इतनी अच्छी थी कि लोग उससे attract अपने आप ही होते गए. Right? Then जो भी common masses थे उनको एक simple और practical religion चाहिए था because they were fed up with the rituals and you can say the casteism in the Vedic religions, right? Like they were not at all happy with the distinguished differentiation and all. Then the teachings of Buddhism was very simple, बहुत ही easy to adapt teachings थी, इसलिए लोगों ने उसे easily embrace भी कर दिया कि उनको कुछ बहुत ही ज़्यादा complicated नहीं करना था into or in order to convert to Buddhism. Then there was no room for casteism. कोई भी casteism नहीं था. It was preached in Pali. Pali was a local language which everybody understood. That's why, unlike the Vedas, Vedas were preached in which language?
Ma'am, what?
Vedas
Sanskrit.
Sanskrit, right? And Sanskrit,
Sanskrit.
yeah.
Sanskrit.
In Vedic Sanskrit.
Yes, and Sanskrit is a language which is not understood by all, right? That is why when it came to spread Buddhism, they used the language of the people, which everybody can easily understand. Right now, the meeting is about to end. We'll continue from here tomorrow. Okay, kids? Please read, right? Please do read the next topics and come prepared for tomorrow. Okay?
Okay, bye, ma'am.
Yes,
Thank you, ma'am.
bye,
Thank
ma'am.
you all.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye, Nita.
Bye,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
meeting is not ended. We are saying bye, 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 bye.
Yeah, it's showing less than 1 minute, no? So it can end anytime.
Okay.